Human hunting, I didn't believe this shit at first, but now I'm too scared to go in a woods.
Yeah, it was a real thing, and it is something you do not ever want to go through in your life, especially when you're hunting alone in the woods when someone is hunting, but not after deer but after a human being. Almost got killed by one during my hunting years in the 90s.
Care to share your story?
Rather not, because it still bothers me and has made me very hesitant about going hunting in the woods during hunting seasons.
Quit being a bullshitter. Post it already.
Why do you want to know it that bad?
Because I'm calling bullshit until you provide an anecdote. That's the instance, the overall being that there is no evidence of an overarching pattern. Provide one, the other, or preferably both. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence.
I don't have evidence or anything to timestamp shit with, so you're gonna have to take my word on this, because it was not something anyone should have to go through, and also connection is slow, so it will take long to post. Be out hunting in the woods of Ozarks during hunting season. Been doing this for quite some time, since it means I don't have to go buy meat for large sums of money when I can hunt and get large packs of meat for free. Deep in the woods because couldn't find any deer, so had to move deeper to get a higher chance of finding a deer. Noticed another hunter since he was wearing camouflage and has a hunting rifle, so didn't pay much mind but kept my distance because somehow something felt off about this guy. Made some distance before settling down and setting up my small spot to wait for any deer to come by. An hour goes by and hear something in the distance which first sounded like it was an animal, so I took my rifle up and waited for my target to come close by, except it didn't, and the sound started to sound more like it was a person that was moving and not a deer. Something inside me told me to get the hell out of there, which I put it off as just paranoia until a shot rang out and hit the tree next to me. Fucking made me jumped, and my first words was, "Watch where you aiming, you almost got." Another round hit close but barely hit me. Couldn't see where the shots were coming from, but immediately knew that I had to get the hell out of here now. Ducked down and began to run as another shot went off and hit the dirt few inches next to me. If I knew where he was, I would have maybe had a chance to shoot at whoever is shooting at me, but didn't want to risk myself, because if I stopped moving then I would be an easy target, or he would creep up on me and just kill me from a clear line of shot. Began to run when I heard the footsteps began as well, so now the guy was chasing me as I tried to outrun this maniac. Trying to keep my elf together at this moment, because this is terrifying as it is now that someone is trying to kill me for no reason. Managed to outrun him, but I ain't in the clear because I know that he ain't given up on me, so I try to make as little noise as I can while keeping my head down, moving through the woods. Begin to think back about the guy I spotted earlier ago and began to piece the puzzles together in my head and come to the conclusion that may be the same guy, but my thoughts were interrupted by the sound of leaves breaking. Luckily there was a huge rock with a fallen tree next by, so hid behind it and stay silent as the sounds came closer. The guy walked literally right past the area I'm hiding behind, but luckily he didn't look around the area or I would have been dead for sure. And yeah, I had the rifle with me, but I never expected this to happen today like this, and also I didn't trust myself to be quick or be able to hit him, because this shit isn't like fucking video games. The guy's footsteps stopped moving and I held my rifle close by preparing myself to actually be forced to use it on another man to defend myself. The guy's footsteps began again and it went away, but I stayed in my area for a long time until I felt comfortable enough to move a bit, but by this time the sun was beginning to set down, so I had to quickly get back to the dirt road where I parked my pickup truck while ago. Peeked my head around and surveyed the area to see if he was still there, which luckily he wasn't. Began to move again while keeping my head down and made slow movements because I didn't want to let my position out to that maniac. By the time I got to my truck the sun was now down and it was hard to see anything past the short distance, so as I got inside my truck and started the keys, that is when I saw the guy again, which had his gun aimed at me because a round went off and it hit the windshield. Quickly hit the gas and got the hell out of there. Managed to get back to town, and first thing I did was went to the police station and told them what happened. Stayed and answered their questions before I had to go on home since it was late at this point. Time went by and they never did caught the guy nor even find any traces of him. Went and got my windshield replaced and since then never went back out to the woods again. I don't care you believe me or not, but when you're going hunting just make sure you know your surroundings because there are real fucking crazy maniacs that will kill you during hunting seasons.